on the fall off is inevitable. You're talking about the so-called, you were signed by the so-called kings or the so-called GOATs or whatever.
Yes.
Not saying that was a shot at Jay or whatever, but a lot of eyebrows were raised.
Of course,
I was like,
it absolutely wasn't.
What was that about?
You know what's crazy is when the song dropped and people started saying what they saying, it was the first time I was like, oh shit. I ain't mean it like that, but I didn't even realize they would take it like that. But I'm like, oh, I see what they saying. But like, if you read it like that, if you read it a certain way, it's like, oh shit, why you say it like that? But it was not the intention. In my mind, it was just like, yo, so-called king. Like they do call, nigga, I call him a king. You know what I mean? Right. So-called, and I feel like there was a Biggie line in my mind that it's like, since then I'm like, nigga, that line don't exist. Like there's a Biggie line that I thought I was referencing where it's like, yo, I don't think you was really referencing that. You know what I mean? But nah, it wasn't until they said that I was like, oh shit, that can be taken a certain type of way.
Especially because, you know what I mean, you're unabashed Nas fan. Let Nas Down is a big record, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm also an unabashed Jay-Z fan the same way. It's like literally, I say, now signing my hero, one of the, like people hear that like I'm throwing a shot when really I'm saying a line like this. Now signing my hero, one of the so-called kings of this rap thing that I swear to usurp. That's the line where it's like I'm a young, just like Kobe trying to take MJ's spot or something, or like trying to go at MJ. That's the line that you could talk about and say something about that I swear to usurp. It's like, of course, it's just me being a kid at that time in the rhyme. I'm putting you in the shoes of me as a teenager or whatever. That's me saying like, yo, one day I'm gonna get there. One day I'm gonna surpass you. And not just him. I was looking at everybody like that. You know what I mean? Like, so, but that line, particular, that phrase, so-called, I didn't mean it no type of way, but when people said it, I'm like, I see what y'all saying, but that was not the intention.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Have y'all spoken since? Like y'all still have a decent relationship?
We ain't spoken since then, but that wouldn't be the reason why we not speaking. You know what I mean? I doubt he would feel a way about that.
I was about to ask if you got tickets to the Yankee show because it's crazy, right?
You know, I'm hot because I'm actually hot because it's on the first day of my tour.
Yeah,
both shows.
See, that's how you got beef, son.
Bro, I'm sad. Like I'm gonna go to the Roots joint because like I can't miss that. You know what I mean? But I'm sad. Those is my two favorite J albums.
That's a fact.
Reasonable Doubt and Blueprint. Of course, he got many fire albums, but them two specifically, I'm like, I'm hurt.
You've had proximity to some of the greatest of all time. You know what I mean? A lot of the concept of the fall off is seeing their trajectories and all that type of stuff. But what did being around that level of greatness, especially during your feature run, when you was just going around, just hopping on people's songs, all that type of stuff, what did being around different types of skill level and greatness sort of shape and teach you about your own craft and making this album?
I missed the first part of the question.
So the first part I want to say is, you know, earlier in the show, I said the fall off, you talked about, oh, this is how people get complacent. This is how folks, you know, feel like they're off. But you've had proximity to greatness. You mentioned Jay, we mentioned Nas. Damn, big three, obviously, Ye, everybody. Anybody who's been anybody, you've been around. And then there was a period before the fall off where you were just hopping on records, doing feature records, new dudes, old dudes, whoever. How did that process altogether of collaboration sort of shape your last project?
I think the feature run out of all of that, because even the proximity you're talking about, it's like, I don't have a creative proximity with those greats that you're talking about.
Right.
I just have a fan proximity. I'm just a fan that got to get close at times, you know what I mean? But it's like, if I never would have met Jay or Nas, they still would have fed. If my proximity was only that of a fan, they still would have fed my skill and my hunger, you know what I mean? And like, they would be the reason why I am where I am, or I got to wherever I got. Even if I didn't sign to Jay, he would be the reason why I made it to where I made it, because he gave me so much without knowing he gave me so much in terms of, first of all, ambition. Jay fed a lot of our ambition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Showing us what's possible, showing us like, he just embodied like a you can do it, I did it, mentality. You know what I mean? But beyond that, then you have a skill level and a craft level that I get from all of them.